Yo, yo, it's Zach Bradshaw, the Greensboro SEO Pro, back once again with another bite-sized SEO tutorial. So in this video, I'm going to quickly define SEO metadata or metadata, meta titles, meta descriptions, kind of a whole bucket of terms that to an extent are incorrectly defined across a variety of places, including Google. So this is one of those ironic times where I do a search for SEO metadata and what Google turns up in their instant answers section is not quite accurate. So just to read that, it's SEO metadata is what appears on search engine results pages, or the SERP, when a website comes up for certain queries. It includes the title of the page and its meta description, or the descriptive text below the title. Read on blah, 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 blah. Now, what they're talking about is this title and then this description right here, which is what many SEO metadata definitions go to, or what they say, but it's not quite accurate, and I think it's important to point that out if you want to do really good SEO. So again, this is one of those ironic circumstances where Google's choosing to pull their instant answer from this page, I guess because it's easy to read, but like this looks like an old page, right? So they probably don't have the best information. I found that Yoast had a much better definition right here that I hope maybe they will shorten up so that they can steal this from them, but just to read this, metadata is all the information, and you notice they didn't say SEO metadata, right? So metadata is all the information about a page that you send to a search engine that isn't visible to your visitors. There seems to be some misunderstanding about this, as most of the articles I read about SEO metadata seem to imply that it's just the title, description, keywords, and robots declaration in the head of your website. Others feel social media declarations like open graph tags should be considered metadata as well. W3C states that the meta element represents various kinds of metadata that cannot be expressed using the title, base, link, style, and script elements. That means all these elements from meta to linked and script are in fact metadata. So W3C is an authoritative web standards organization, but this is the main point that you need to understand. Metadata is all the information about a page that you send to a search engine that isn't visible to your visitors. So there's a lot more to it. Here's a list of various types of properties, and some of these, these go down into sublists as well. And this is only including, the HTML tag title, which is one, but then meta tags, and there's truth be told a lot more. Like they said, script and link, and I will show you those in just a moment. So just to kind of show you how Google uses your meta descriptions, and your SEO title or your meta title, whatever people want to call it, it's really just a title element on your page. Here is one way. I do a search for Carry SEO Expert, and you see my result coming up here. This is the meta description that I've set using the Yoast SEO plugin within WordPress, and this is like the description I want showing up for this search term. This is also the title that I want showing up for this search term. This also corresponds to the title in the tab of that page. So I have this page open right here, and it's Carry SEO Expert and Digital Marketing Consultant as the name within the tab. So this again is the meta description section, but when I do a search for Carry SEO, I have to come to the second page, but I show up right here at number 11 for me, and you see that even though it's the same page, Google has chosen to pull a different meta description. So the SEO metadata is what you set within the code of your page. So I have it set right here. Here is the meta set with the name, description, and then this is the actual content of my description, and you see that reflected within the SEO expert search, but not within SEO by itself. Google's chosen to pull something else from my page, which ends up being choose a digital marketing consultant who blah 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 blah. I wish they would put need more customers in front of that, because it would be better for conversions, but clearly they didn't have enough room, and they thought that this was more relevant to this search than my meta description. And so to an extent, you don't always have to set a meta description, because Google might overrule you anyway and think that something else is better, especially if you're writing some long authoritative guide that's 5,000 words that may clean up thousands of long tail keyword searches. Google may choose to pull all types of pieces from that in order to answer people's queries, and show them that you're the best results for that. But the best practice, of course, is to set them with great strategy behind it. This part of the reason that they're choosing not to use this one is because this is not that good of a meta description. So they choose to use it in other places, and I'm choose to use something else in other places, and I was still losing for this carry SEO search. So here's an example, and I meant to show on this page right here. This is the title element. So this is a title basically on any web page, and you see this is within a script, or this is not within a script, this is below a script, but all of this information from the meta, well no, it's actually from the head all the way down here to where the head ends, and I'll have to find it, but link around, it's somewhere in here or somewhere below here, but all of this information is metadata. And you see, like they were mentioning in that post, you'll see some of these are Facebook Open Graphs, some of these are Twitter cards, and depending on who you are, you call some of this metadata, and some of it, or you put it in your metadata post, or you don't. But all of it is technically, those are actual meta properties and meta names. That's, it's a fundamental of web design, not just SEO. So in contrast, you see my page right here that it does have a title set, this really crappy title, but there's no meta description set for this page. And so Google chooses to pull for this result, basically the same thing that it's pulling on these other pages when it overrules them. And I'm still able to rank first for this, even with this terrible title right here. So it's not SEO. Meta titles and descriptions certainly aren't the end all be all. They are sometimes a difference maker depending on what the searches are, and certainly if I would write better ones than those ones that I wrote 3 years ago, which is certainly coming soon, I will be able to rank better and potentially do better for specific keywords like this one where they're saying, hey, your meta description sucks. So if I change this one here, maybe I end up on the second page because my meta description is now better than what they're pulling. So that's it for this video. You can go ahead and like my stuff and subscribe if you want to. If not, that's cool too. Of course, if you need help with SEO, I'm here to serve you. And until next time, I guess I love you. Peace.